Thumbs up at all?
Those speakers are still there.
Those are amplifier heads, just to let you know. No thumbs up, boys? Can't stretch it, no. Mm-mm. Fuck it, I'm going to assume we're on. Not So Tender Podcast, Season 2, Episode 19. Woohoo. Much past the legal age of most states.
Just gonna say.
Just saying.
Could join the military.
Yeah. It's pretty good, though. Hey, Kelly, how was your week?
Great.
Is it great?
It's great.
Was it super?
It was fantastic.
What was your favorite part? It got a little chilly here.
It did. That's probably my favorite part.
You like that?
Yeah.
What?
I wanted to just switch, though, because the whole, 50 degrees at 6 a.m. and then 80 degrees at 11 a.m. is throwing me just a little bit.
Yeah, Ohio weather's kind of like a relationship.
Hot and cold.
Well, you just never know what you're going to get. You kind of just got to fucking take it, you know?
Borderline as hell here.
Borderline as fuck. You'll get it all in one day, for sure.
Sorry.
Dude, we played a private party last night, and out in the country, we saw an Amish lady. She was angry walking. It was, yeah, dude. And it scared me a little bit because we were driving. We go by some cornfields and they just pop up, man. Right? Like gypsies. They just pow. And there you know, it's like a witch lady walking with purpose. And I was like, what? No, where are we?
Where's she going?
So we went to this gig and they're real nice people. No. We were full. And no offense, gypsy lady. But we met this couple at a gig we were playing, and they're like, you guys do private parties? And we joked and gave them a crazy price, and they're like, okay, and did it. And then they paid us more, and it was really nice. But they were so nice, and they had good fried chicken there, and it was delicious. But we played a whole long time, and we were almost done. And they're like, can you guys play another hour? I'm like, we have played over 50 songs. I just feel like, no, but... But they were so nice. It was a good. No, it was super. We didn't play the extra hour. We played 4 hours. No, we're not playing 5 hours. The Bruce Springsteen don't play 5 hours. Jesus Christ, that was insane. But it was good. I bought this new vocal thing, and you're supposed to train with it. And I've been doing it all week. And I think it helped me get through that whole night without really stressing out, which is quite nice. But other than that, week's been pretty okay. I had some. It just kept getting heavier all week. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I don't know. Like you said, something with the weather and everything and all the changes and holidays coming up. I think people are really stressed out. Mm-hmm. I had a guy come in talking about him and his wife having some serious issues. And he's a sweetheart of a guy, but he's great at work. He's, all this good shit. But, I think at home, dudes think because they do all this and they pay the bills and they do all this shit and they have a preconceived idea of what a marriage is supposed to be, sometimes gets lost in translation to your wife and vice versa.
Yeah.
And, because no offense, no matter how much you do with the kids, it doesn't mean shit to me. No shit, you should do that with the kids, just like I should. You know what I mean? Right. So it's the same thing. I don't think girls flip it as much either. Because they're like, I do this. And the guy's like, yeah, I still need what I need. But we don't talk about that much, Right. But it's funny because he had mentioned something that she goes, and you could tell he was stressed and he's reading books and he's just trying to mend his shit. And he goes, I'm doing all this. And she goes, you're doing too much. And he goes, what does that fucking mean? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And and I looked at him and I go, then you're doing too much, bud. Listen to what she says.
Right.
Quit thinking about what that means. It means, start with, it means exactly. Like if I go, are you hungry? And you say no. Well, what if, no, you said, you're grown.
Right.
You're not a little kid.
Right.
And I was like, just listen to her. You know what I mean? And he just looked at me like, oh shit. And I was like,
wait, pause.
Yeah. It's hard, right?
Yeah.
What do you think would be an easy, well, just listen to what they say.
Just listen. Well, it's hard though, I think, because we tell people, just listen, just take their word for what it is. And I do work with couples a lot on that if they say they're fine, just let them be fine and walk away. Just assume that they're being honest. But people aren't always honest.
But then that's on you.
Right.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Right.
But here's the thing. When they are honest, you spend the next hour defending what you did, and you're not really listening to them anyway. So what's the, It's a lot of grandeur, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's for what?
I don't.
For imaginary trophies.
That's what I tell people. Like, there's no trophy.
No,
you don't win.
No, I had a lady stop in today. I was tattooing her, and she was telling me how her son's daughter got like blackout drunk and like attacked her twice in a night. And this lady's like ex-MMA, like she's like a bouncer at a bar. I was like, girl. I go, how big was this girl? She's like about 90 pounds. She goes, I literally had her lifted up off the ground, choking her like a rag doll, threw her in a ditch. I was like,
Jesus Christ.
And I'm looking at her dude, which I know, and I'm like, are you in danger? Just blink. And like, you know,
Right.
But she was awesome. She needs her own fucking show. I'll tell you that much. I was entertained as hell on a Sunday morning. I was tired. Right. But I'll tell you what, I perked right up talking to her. Oh, shit.
Bring her on.
I don't think we can handle that shit. Dude, like half her story started with, and that's when I jumped over the counter and whooped her ass. I was like, girl, start hugging people. Shit. I told her, I was like, you need to learn how to crochet and really freak people out. Make fudge and crochet. And when they're like, why is she being so, that's fucking weird.
Right.
I go, and she's like, I kind of like that. I freak them out a little more. I was like, just try that shit. That's good shit. But man, it must be something in the weather, man.
People are going through it. I had a couple intakes this week that were pretty heavy. Yeah. Talked about porn again.
No.
I did.
Like buying it?
No.
Who buys porn anymore?
What? I actually brought
You're like, what? I do? What do you mean? I'm an honest porn buyer.
The client that I was talking to said something about checking receipts and bank statements and stuff. And I was like, hold on. If they're buying porn, they have to be into, I don't even know what.
Well, maybe they just don't want to, maybe they don't want to deal with commercials.
Is that a thing?
Some people want to get right to the point. They don't be fucking worry about some dumbass fucking commercial.
State Farm.
Yeah. I mean, not that I would know what those commercials are, but I heard about them.
Verizon.
Right, Michael? Mike played with us last night for a little while. He had a good time. He was dancing with somebody for a minute. I got nervous because it looked like a lot of those dudes might have brought their wives. I didn't want Mike to get beat up.
Yeah.
I didn't have to fight him. I would defend Michael.
You would?
Oh, God, yeah. I'd fuck it. Dude, listen.
That would be the reason? Ooh. That's the one you're waiting on?
When they talk about Battle of the Bands, that's what the fuck that would be for real, in real life. Yeah. There's surprise and frustration, you know? Needs to be taken out on someone.
There you go.
So overall, I had a decent weekend when it came to that. You know what I mean? It was reasonable for sure.
Good.
Yeah. So not bad. Yeah, people are definitely going through it. Mm-hmm. All right. Our topic today was a suggestion by a past guest.
Insecurities. We all got them.
Do we?
Everybody has them.
I'm sure.
Except for you.
Well, I'd have to have emotion and feelings to have insecurities,
well, yeah,
right?
These first couple aren't going to apply to you.
No?
No.
I try not to read these because I don't want any preconceived kind of shit, right?
Well, I
know you got to
read them, so I have to.
Yeah, like I don't. Listen, I read the first time, and that was the last time. I'm not good at this.
He's like, and now I'm not reading anymore,
No.
Kelly.
All right, insecurities. Hold on.
I know.
You ready?
What?
Let's look up the definition of insecurity.
Okay.
Let's know what that means. Command T.
Hold on. What?
Hit Command T. Another screen will pop up.
Oh, there we go.
The more we know. She's a good little typer over there. I can't see her, but I can hear it. She's like, tick, tick, tick. She sounds like Dolly Parton going, bim, bim, bim.
Yeah, but don't watch how I type.
I don't have to. Who watches how you type?
I chicken.
Your OnlyFans?
No. Do you think I could make money just typing?
Fuck yes, you could. Dude, you don't even... Come on. Just typing bad. Weird.
Listen. Hashtag, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
All right, so insecurity.
It's not very much a month. Just calm down.
It's just a side gig.
All right, definition of insecurity. So listen, I think most people, we talk about this, but I'm going to say it again for everybody who really doesn't listen. Where's my camera? Is it right there?
That one.
If you're calling somebody something, or you're saying somebody has something, you should probably look up the word and understand the definition of it before you start saying it about other people or yourself. It would cause you a lot less stress. You would probably pump the brakes a little bit and calm the fuck down. So here is the definition of insecurity.
Uncertainty or anxiety about oneself, lack of confidence, in a state of being open to danger or threat with lack of protection. Let it go. I'm proud of you for that.
Oh, dude, I have been working so hard the last few shows because she just looks at me and I just won't say it. All right.
Well, now you're across from me too.
I know. Can't avoid the eye contact. All right. That's the definition of insecurities.
Yep.
So the first one on the list of insecurities. Now listen, this is about insecurities within a relationship, correct?
Yes.
This isn't just insecurities with yourself.
No.
This is insecurities within a relationship because this is a Not So Tender podcast. We talk about relationships because everybody wants one or everybody needs one, and y'all don't think about how it is a maneuver.
Some people have too many.
Do they?
Shouldn't
What's
be
too
in
many?
Any.
Nobody walks up a guy that's spinning plates and goes, "That's just too many." We just watch it till one falls. Like a fucking train
And then we
wreck.
go, was that too many?
Yeah. No, I'll just try it again. Do two more.
One too many?
What is too many relationships? I guess that's
It's up
relative,
up for
right?
debate, right? Depends. Depends on the person.
I don't know. I mean, multitasking. Some people are really good at it.
I'm not.
No?
I'm always multitasking.
Yeah.
But it's because I have a lot of plates.
Yeah, I don't want that many relationships. No thanks.
So this website, this article it is going over insecurities within a relationship, but based on the definition of insecurities, it is of oneself.
Yeah.
So these are
Wasn't that what
personal,
they say? If you're
yeah.
putting it off on somebody else, it's your own shit. I
Right.
gotta tie my shoe.
personal insecurities that are affecting your relationship. That's what these are.
Oh. Imagine that.
So number one, which is just the doozies are in the beginning, and as I went through the list, I was like,
So before we go, so I've heard insecurities. Well, they're just insecure, Thomas. They're just insecure. Well, if they don't feel protected, how is that a bad thing? That's a different definition. That changes the way I look at that word now, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
If
They're
somebody doesn't feel
insecure.
protected, that's a different kind of insecurity.
Yeah.
That's a completely
that was
different
definition
one.
number 2.
I like it, but I don't like it. But that changes
Your
a
perception
lot.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
'Cause
feel in danger. That's what it was saying.
Because it's such an easy thing for people to go, oh, they're just insecure. Right. Cool.
Open to danger
Now
or
what?
threat without lack of protection.
Which is what a relationship is.
Lack of protection.
I mean, but it is.
Yeah.
Because you're giving yourself and you're being vulnerable.
Vulnerable and raw.
Wow.
And then we wonder why people are insecure.
Well, it sounds
Kind of like an expectation of a relationship, isn't it?
right. That's. I mean, you're in. So that
go hand in
insecurity
hand.
literally is the definition of a relationship. We're fucked, people.
Ta-da! We cracked the code.
We're done. Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
can just turn the internet off now.
234-200-5949.
Right. Yeah. Give us a holler, yo.
All right. So the first one is, so these are just 7 types of insecurities.
Yeah. Like 7 deadly sins.
Yep. Here we go. Emotional insecurity.
What's in the box?
Emotional.
Emotional insecurity.
That's number 1.
Yeah. What's that mean?
It sounds
I know
silly,
I'm a
but
robot,
know.
but I need to know what the fuck that means.
So emotional insecurity. So we're talking about insecurity definition of yourself, being insecure or uncertain of your own emotions, your ability to express them, your ability to identify them, your ability to make good decisions.
Yeah. Why would you be in a relationship?
Well, here we are. We just said if you're in a relationship, you're going to be vulnerable. And if you feel unprotected, you're going to be insecure.
So emotional.
Emotional insecurity. Am I mad? Am I sad? Everything comes out as anger. Remember?
So you're a toddler.
You're a human.
Toddler.
Most
You're a
humans
toddler
have
that can
a
buy whiskey.
most humans have a broad spectrum
I love that
of
word, by the way.
emotions.
I've had a broad spectrum of emotion.
with different intensity levels.
Yeah. So emotional insecurity. What would you do to cope with them? What's a good first couple of steps to cope with emotional insecurity?
As an individual,
Yeah.
reflection.
Understanding
I do
why.
a lot of like internal I statements for like, but you're not communicating them. I feel this. This is where I think it came from.
To yourself.
To yourself.
Yeah.
Or write it down. And I usually have the person say like, I feel disappointed. And I think it's because, my friend didn't call me back. Or she blew me off maybe.
Yeah.
But I usually have them walk that back one more step just to make sure that that's actually what it is. So I'm like, okay, so once you identify the emotion that you feel in the situation, what happened right before that? And if what happened right before that kind of tweaks it a little, I'm like, we might have to back that up. Like,
Right. It's a little spicier before.
Was that it or no? Because that might be the thing that like tipped you over.
Yeah, like when you don't feel good and you're like, what'd you eat?
Right.
Did you eat anything?
Right.
Because it,
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a good step. So if you're having an emotional insecurity, first off, look it up. Second off,
Break it down.
Internally,
Yeah.
think about it before you bring it to someone else or make it someone else's problem. Next, for all you normal people.
Well, I think the other piece that goes with that, because when I do a lot of individual work, it goes back to like this lack of protection. I would encourage people to practice saying it, but saying it to a safe person. So if you're in an unhealthy or unsafe environment, emotionally unsafe, if you're in another emotional, there's a lot of hotlines.
Fuck. Call Mike.
Don't call me.
He'll throw their ass in a closet. He'll give two shits. And now Jason's in there. We got a new person in there too. Just to let y'all know, y'all fucked. Yep. Don't bring them into them, boys.
Closets in here. But I think the way in a relationship to kind of minimize that insecurity that you're feeling is to practice expressing them and having it validated or reflected.
Like when I look in the morning, everybody like you're a good person.
Right.
You can do this. Be tall.
Be tall. You're so tall.
Be tall.
I'm so proud of you.
Be tall, Thomas. Be tall. All right.
Okay. Number two is the attachment insecurity. How this presents is one of two ways. So the typical way, this website says the typical way is to avoid becoming too close. Like that would be kind of the telltale that like you don't want to be.
Tell me more.
So if you don't trust somebody and you're insecure about your attachment, you probably have like a history of abandonment.
Like destroying it before you can destroy you.
Yes. If I'm not very close to you, then you can't leave because we're talking about attachment.
This affects a lot of people, correct?
Yes.
How often? What percentage?
Often.
80?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, I would say between these top two, 100% of the people that I have.
We can just be wrapped up.
Caseload.
Thanks. This is a 16-minute program today.
Emotional insecurity or attachment insecurity absolutely
Hand in
affect
hand.
100% of my caseload. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
And
so
usually the ironic thing, so attachment insecurity, the person who has an insecurity about attachment and is kind of pulled back out of fear, out of insecurity, right? Always ends up with the person on the other end of the spectrum that is super clingy.
What?
These two people, partner A and partner B.
Seriously?
Yes. One is distant because they're nervous or anxious, and the other one is super clingy. It literally says that they'll be unnecessarily clingy because they're afraid that you'll dump them the second that they're not around.
Is it like, how do people, no wonder people drink so much. Like, like that's how you feel?
Well, think about, let's circle back to another episode where we talked about people having like people's location all of the time, wanting 100% access to them.
Wouldn't that make you more nervous?
Where are you? Yes.
Like, do you have to check that?
Yes.
Listen, I play fantasy football for the last 3 years.
Are you good at it?
By chance.
Okay.
I mean, nothing crazy. But I have friends that are obsessed. Like, they are always checking it. I'm like, it's going to do what it's going to. Once you set your lineup, come Thursday night, it's on.
Right.
Well, to me, once you set your lineup, you don't get to reboot until next Monday. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, or Tuesday, technically.
Right.
So.
Why are you checking it constantly?
But they do, don't they?
They do. They do.
That's a lot.
I have people that I feel like this insecurity, this attachment insecurity, as well as the emotional, they do go hand in hand. This is where people start to like spiral, checking somebody's phone, checking their email, checking their location. I had an intake this week, and they were like, I can't stop digging. And I said, I hear you. That's common, right?
It's very common.
What are you looking for?
And how much do you need to find?
Well, that's what
till you're
said,
done.
Right? So that's what I'm like that. That's helpful for everybody. But like if there's something, what I ended up telling all of my clients that go through this, I'm like, if there is something that is like the deal breaker that you're looking for, just leave. Just leave.
If they've done something, you mean a deal breaker?
No. If you
wait, I'm confused. Sorry.
If I've betrayed your trust over and over and over, and you're now going through my phone looking for the last straw, just go, just leave. If there's a potential,
or be okay with it,
right? But that's what I tell them. If you are looking for that one last thing, and you're gonna leave when you find it,
it's hard to leave.
Just go now.
It's hard to
because
leave.
that means you already have one foot out the door, and you're just waiting to like stick it to them or be like, this is why. Well, that's no.
How often do you find people, they won't leave until they can
every time
set it up for themselves that if they break up with somebody, they can do it in a way that everybody will always go, oh no, they did the right thing. Or they, because do you think it's like a pride thing too? Like you have to have an airtight case or you won't leave too.
I mean, I was on Facebook today and I was scrolling through something and I saw a story or a meme or something. I was like reading it and I paused because it said like, you don't ever have to even have a reason to end a relationship.
No.
A relationship, not a romantic one.
I say it all the time. I say it all the time.
You don't have to have a reason.
They owe me an explanation. For
no,
what?
They don't.
You could get one because we're taught that that's common decency.
Sure.
But I've never had an explanation make me feel better.
I don't want to talk to you anymore. Yeah, no. I've had to give reasons that are super hurtful.
Yeah.
If you want the honest to God truth, like I don't want to give you the truth because it's going to hurt your feelings, and I don't want to hurt your feelings.
A little bit.
I don't. I mean, like the bigger relationships that were really hard to end, I'm like, I know that you want some sort of closure, but the closure is going to be a knife. Like, I mean, you don't.
No such thing as closure.
You don't want that.
You don't get to get your closure. Closure just comes to you.
But yeah, so I tell people all the time, I'm like, if you're going to dig and dig and dig, and let's say what, you found out that they had sex instead of foreplay. Is that where your boundary is? You're going to leave.
Yeah.
And
what's
like,
foreplay?
well, I don't know. What?
Football?
No.
Oh, I'm kidding.
Like, I'm not giving examples of. Let me look it up.
You might. You know what? That show would probably do better for people than any show we've had so far because most people don't know what that is. They really don't.
That's true. But I'm like, yeah, if you're staying either way, stop digging. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop looking. You're driving yourself crazy.
Man. Do they want just more shit to throw at someone?
No. I'm convinced when it becomes like a rabbit hole that they have gone down, they become more and more insecure about looking stupid. That's usually what it is.
People are kind of obsessed with that, right?
They just want to know everything.
You made me look like a fool.
Listen, I hate to be made look stupid.
Yeah, but you're not. But if you own it and because I've had people like, well, that made you look like a fool. I said, I didn't fucking do it. Right. How the fuck does it make me look like anything?
That's true.
I mean, like if you're driving down the street and somebody fucking comes left to center, like they make you look like a fool because they crashed into you?
Yeah.
What? Because you didn't react quick? Like you were just minding your fucking business.
That's true.
I tell people that all the time. I go, how does that make you look like a fool? And they can't even fucking answer it. I'm like, well, what does that mean?
Right.
Well, you know what makes you look like a fool? You sitting there saying you got made look like a fool.
Right.
Who the fuck made you look like a fool? If they cheated on you and made you look like a fool, how?
Yeah.
How?
I hear that a lot, and it's usually about when somebody, like, if we're talking about infidelity, cheating is bad enough.
Right.
For obvious reasons. Cheating in public, like if you take your side piece out
Right.
and somebody else saw you and they tell you, like, that's usually where people get really wound up. That, like, you made me look dumb.
But they didn't. They didn't. Your actions were wrong. And because your actions are wrong, we're gonna work through it. I'm gonna forgive you, or we're gonna kill it.
Right.
They didn't know. They still didn't make you look like a fool.
No, you were at home doing what you were supposed to be doing.
Dude, our presidents do this shit. Like, are you serious right now? Like, we think it's so fucking not normal.
Right.
I mean, like, stop. Make you look like a fool. This conversation's making us look like a fool.
Dumb. People say that all the time. It is a really big thing for them.
You know what makes people look like fool? Foreplay. Wasting all that time. The fuck y'all doing?
Did you start that Google Doc with the topics? I feel like that needs to be.
It does need to be in there. Boys, write that down.
Foreplay Friday.
Oh, fuck. Fucking A. I would be curious to what fucking listeners thought was foreplay. Like, what their idea of foreplay is.
Maybe we should go live for that.
That we should, because that's going to be fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Give me an example.
Oh, fuck.
What?
Mike, did you hear what Mike just said?
Yeah, but I don't
Say
know.
it. Say the word.
Did he say soaking?
Yes. So, oh, fuck.
Tell me.
Oh, I mean, people know what this is.
I don't know what it is.
So, you know how Mormons can't have sex until they're married?
Yes.
We kind of know that, I guess.
Right,
I'm going to assume.
Sure.
We're going to assume.
Sure. Okay.
So, and nobody should else either if you're not married. Okay. You shouldn't have sex, especially foreplay. And so we were talking on the way to the gig and about soaking. And so I'd heard about it a while back. It's like where some Mormon kids will get together and you can like put your junk inside of her, but you're not allowed to like thrust your hips or nothing. So you're not really having sex. And then there was talks that you'd have like your buddy underneath moving the bed. So you're not technically moving yourself. And I was like this.
Can I Google this?
Yeah, go ahead. So
I don't want you. You're going to be
listen,
on the list.
my one buddy goes, well, I mean, they also have more than one wife. You know what I mean? And I said, okay, well, I mean, but you know, they don't want to go to hell. So, all right, Kelly, read it.
This is not.
Read it. Am I right?
No, I just looked up Urban Dictionary.
Oh,
soaking.
God.
Oh, but the like suggested question is, what is the Mormon bed shake method?
See? It's like Rump Shaker, but different. You know what I mean?
Is it?
I mean, yeah, it's very different. Do you think they gotta like, listen, if you do that for your buddy, you gotta do that for him, right? I mean, seriously. And do they do it through their magic underwear? What? You don't know anything about Mormons?
No, I don't.
Just Amish?
No.
No Mormons.
No.
They're fun. Mike said it sounded like it'd be a good time.
Jeez.
Mike would take some soaking. Ladies,
says,
if you want some soaking done, Mike would like to give it to you.
what is the Mormon bed shake method? To actually explain it,
Let's go.
soaking is when a person with a penis penetrates a person with a vagina. I love how they had to break that down.
Mm-hmm.
Then doesn't move or thrust at all.
No.
Sometimes a friend may.
Well, how do you get it in there?
There's.
You got to move and thrust
You
to
just
get
like
it in.
open.
You fall into it.
Open it up.
The fuck you drop down
Put
from
it in
2
without-
steps?
without
The fuck you
having
going
it
off the landing? How the fuck you not thrusting or getting? I mean, it's been a while for me, but it ain't been that damn long. I mean, it's been a long time, but fuck.
Maybe they use like a. What are those?
I don't know what that is, Kelly. Their fist? That's called fisting. That's not called soaking. I mean, I guess you could soak your fist in there
No,
if you
like
want.
when you get a pap.
Like a fucking
Like
Jim
one of those-
Henson doll.
One of those. When you get a pap smear and they put it, it's like a duck, and then you clamp it open. I can't.
I don't know if you know this, but I've never had a pap smear.
No. I'll pull it up for you.
Specky.
Thank you.
You should put little eyeballs on it. I'm Specky.
You used to? Is that what you
No,
said?
like she's crying. You talk about speculum, she fucking cries. That's foreplay, ladies and gentlemen, right there.
Listen, every other woman who's watching this right now is also crying just at the
What would you do
mention.
what would you do if the gynecologist came out and had like funny eyeballs on it? He's like, "Hi, I'm Specky."
God, I would laugh.
Scoot your butt down to the end of the table.
This is why I go here.
We're in a little soaking going on today. Do you think that Palmolive commercial has a totally different vibe now? I soaked in it.
Oh no. Hold on, because this next sentence, this is part 2.
Shit.
Sometimes a friend may jump hump
Whoa.
for them.
What is that? Michael, you ever jump hump for someone? Hashtag jump hump. Mike says no.
No, not yet. He's got his own bucket list over
Jump
there.
hump.
That's in quotes. Jump hump. Shaking the bed or jumping on it to create emotion and increasing their friend's pleasure.
That's a good friend. Michael,
that is
would
a
you jump hump for me? If I needed you to, so I'd go to heaven.
So we'd go to heaven.
Mike said he's a little insecure. Emotional or attachment style? Yeah, he don't know. God, I wish you could hear Michael right now.
Oh my God.
This is comedic genius here.
The practice of inserting a penis into a vagina and remaining stationary without thrusting. Soaking. How did we get here? I don't know how we got here.
Oof.
My
Jump humping.
jump humping. That needs to be everybody's like threshold for friendship. But would you jump hump?
Dude, if you wouldn't, you can't be my fucking
That's what
friend.
I mean.
I don't give a fuck.
My soul depends on it.
Yeah, her soul
Our soul,
depends on it.
our souls.
Don't let us down. But you'd have to jump up for them.
For the
Would that be? That's a lot. Oh, Mike said use a vibrating bed for a quarter. Mike, we're not from that. That's the 18th century shit, dude. We don't do that shit no more. Okay, nobody's got that. Nobody's spending time in hotels like that, bud. Do you know Mike worked at a fucking adult cinema, running film?
I didn't.
Yeah, he was part of this like like movie theater. There's a union, and when you start in a union, guess where you got to work first?
Oh,
Adult cinema. Mike worked there.
interesting.
Yeah. So, ladies, if you got some
Cleaning
smut
or-
films, no, I'm not cleaning. Jump humping.
Jump humping.
All right, I like jump humping. All right, so if you're insecure about your friend going to hell, jump hump for him. All right, next insecurity.
Well, that was attachment that we took a hard
That was an attachment.
right.
That was an attachment to that lady's hole. Just saying. Dude, like, how bad would... That's bad.
What's bad?
Well, just that person is so worried about spending eternity in hell that they won't move their hips.
Listen,
You know what I mean?
Not that worried about it, or else they wouldn't be. They're looking for a loophole.
That is a loophole. They got 7
Jesus.
wives and they can still do it but not go to hell. We should have hired Mitt Romney as the president. I'm just saying. That dude had it figured out. I wonder if he ever soaked.
Can we write him a letter?
He just quit being a
Can we have him
public official. He just stepped down.
Because he wasn't allowed to soak.
No, I'm sure he's soaking. He's got a beautiful family, though. But he says he wants some young people in here that'll make some changes. Too many old people. I like that, man.
Good for him.
Yep. He's a soaker. He's going home. He's putting down his civil servant duty so he can go home and soak a little more. He's tired and he's sore and needs to soak.
Soaking. He's probably
Soaking.
He's just passing it along and jump humping for other people.
Mike,
now.
you remember that store called Sokals? Shit.
Physical insecurity.
Okay. Say that louder.
Physical insecurity.
Yeah.
A recent survey revealed that over 50% of Americans are uncomfortable in their own skin. That is such an
There's only been a few people that are more comfortable in someone else's skin, and they went to prison for a while.
Everybody has physical insecurity. Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the first one that hits for you?
I'm trying to think of what I would like physical insecurity.
Have you experienced physical insecurity before?
I mean, at what level does that, what level does it affect I can't even speak. At what level does it affect your life? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if you're like, man, I need to get on a treadmill, or, you know what I mean? But it's not making me like not go out of the house. It doesn't affect your
relationships.
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
It says how we appear is one of the primary sources of insecurity in a relationship. So I would imagine that this boils down to sex. I feel like we've talked about this before. Like if you
sex, we've definitely talked about.
No, being insecure and having it affect your sex life. Have we not talked about that?
I don't know.
I make that up in my head.
I don't know. We talk a lot of shit.
We sure do.
So is it like if your body changes, like you're getting older, or you have a baby, or you're just getting
Could be
a little chubby, or whatever in the fuck you think you're getting? Is that it? Like
anything about your physical appearance.
Yeah, but if you're in a relationship, I'm putting this if you're in a relationship, right, if you're at home going, I'm not pretty enough to get a date. That's different. I'm saying if you're currently in a relationship and you're uptight about how you look, I mean, what the fuck do you do with that? Like, when did it start? Have you always been that way? There's I got a lot of questions.
Well, and I think long-term relationships, I've seen it go both ways. Either they grow old together and everybody changes. Dad bods, mom bods, like you're balding or getting hair as a woman on your chest or your chin, or like
some guys are into that.
But it happens.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of healthy couples out there that are not just committed but supportive.
But yeah, I've had it though, because I've had, I work with people's bodies every day.
Yeah.
And there'll be some lady and she's like, I don't know. And her husband will be like, you look beautiful, baby. I think you're the sexiest. And he means it.
Yes.
I think you're the sexiest thing in the whole world. Right. I'm going to assume that more girls have this than boys.
Yeah.
Or at least they express it more. I can't. It's an assumption.
Right.
I'm sure some boys have some moments too. But again, somebody could tell you're beautiful 4,000 times. If you don't feel beautiful, you're not.
No. And I have a lot of people have told me that the words and the actions don't line up. So, you tell me that I'm gorgeous, but then we're at the mall and I see you looking.
Yeah.
And that will chip at you.
Threatens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or this is where porn comes up, right? That like...
What? That comes up?
Oh, yeah.
I'm joking.
Oh, yeah.
Kelly's tired today because she did not get that at all.
Listen, the things that you know and the things that you don't experience.
Yeah.
But like you say that I'm gorgeous, but I don't look like that. Yeah, when you have the opportunity or the choice to look up something, you look up big boobs and I don't have big boobs. Or you look up Asians and I'm not Asian. You know what I mean? Like... I'm just giving examples.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of physical insecurity comes in with one of many issues with porn. So you have me.
I understand that.
Prefer me.
But I don't. Well, I mean, not to be a dick. You guys all watch Magic Mike. None of you motherfuckers are married to a Magic Mike. Mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's okay. Y'all are allowed to go to that movie and be like, oh my God, that movie was so... And when girls were carrying on about it, I was like, so let me get this right, ladies. None of the boys you date look like this. And y'all get mad that we look at, some whatever, you know what I mean? When guys do it.
It's very different.
Oh.
It is very different.
Let's hear it.
I don't know anybody personally, and I'm sure there's people out there, but when women watch Magic Mike, they're not doing the same things that guys are when they're watching porn. I'm going to assume.
I know this. Girls at a boys strip club are way worse than boys at a strip club by 1,000.
That's
Y'all
true.
are wild, and you guys are inappropriate as fuck.
Absolutely.
You guys do things that if we'd even thought about it, we'd be bounced out on our. We would literally be concussed.
Yes, that's true.
They would beat our head off of everything in that bar on the way out.
Right. That's true.
What the fuck is that deal?
And then
we could do a whole show on that craziness.
But we just laugh.
So that makes it okay?
But we're not aroused by that. Me and my friend, listen, I have gone to many...
Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news.
Right. I have been to a male review. And first of all, it makes me very uncomfortable. Like when I see all of the women who are... attacking these men.
They shouldn't be touching this man.
No.
Is that fair?
Yes. No, it's
inappropriate as fuck.
Yeah. It actually does make me very uncomfortable to be there. And I giggle the entire time because I'm like, this is...
I'm glad you don't work in a prison.
No.
Like, ma'am.
No. I giggle at the men because I'm just like, this is...
Right.
This is a lot for me.
It's a lot of oil.
Right. You're very shiny, sir. And very prickly. You clearly shaved your chest like 2 days ago.
I don't know what's going on here. Are you a piece of Velcro? Shiny Velcro.
Right.
You're a tan, shiny piece of Velcro.
Right.
And why does that woman have her whole head in your crotch?
Correct.
Dude,
and
so inappropriate.
Listen, the bikinis with the penis sleeve.
Whoa.
I can't be anywhere near those without laughing.
No.
No. It's absurd to me. It is actually
your husband
absurd.
would be like, why are you watching all these videos? Like, it's just so funny.
I'm like, right.
It's so funny.
It is. I giggle when I'm uncomfortable and I giggle.
Were you amazed at their bad behavior?
Oh, my friends? The other women?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. It's crazy.
Yes. It makes me feel bad for the men, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm like, this is...
I get it. It's wrong. It's just wrong.
And I'm sure they make great money.
So do prostitutes.
Right. But I'm just like, God, I just want to be like, you're worth more than like what you got going
you
on.
You obviously have some dedication because you have abs.
Right.
Sir.
Right.
Right. And just to have that even of a tan.
No,
that is
like
work, sir.
But like this is their other job. Like I know people who have been dancers who are firefighters or police officers and stuff and they make more money doing that.
Oh, I bet.
And I'm like, just because you're a good looking guy you're better than this. Stop it.
Know your worth.
Please,
Brad.
Put your penis sleeve away. Stop. Please,
oh my God.
Stop.
These women are accosting you.
My God. But that you're right. That is a whole. Maybe we should have a male and female dancer on here.
No.
Yes.
Oh God.
Why?
So you can just laugh the whole time?
No, they can't wear that.
They have to. So just sit there with their penis pouch.
No. Their long sleeve.
Kelly is fucking on one today, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus Christ. Physical insecurity.
Yeah. How do you work through that? No,
work
come on.
out.
Don't suck. How about don't suck? There you go.
God.
Feel better?
No, but believe your partner. If your partner is telling you that they find you attractive,
what sucks is if, people do feel that way and they start putting in the work and get crazy,
and then they leave.
Well, no, because then they're like, why are you working out? Why are you trying to do this? And well, because I'm trying not to have a heart attack. Because I'm trying to feel better, and shit like that.
Well, that goes back to probably number 2.
Trying to be a dancer. You know what I mean?
Attachment insecurity. They're afraid that you're gonna work on yourself and then you're gonna leave.
Why don't you both work on yourself? I don't know. Is it crazy?
No.
Everybody, the word partner. Imagine if we actually honored what that meant to be a partner.
Teammate, people.
A partner.
Right. Stop.
But nobody, it's like, what can you do for me? Yeah, let's Google partner. Because most people view a partnership as what you do for me. Right? Mm-hmm. That's not really.
No.
Let's see what partner says. Partner? Penis pouch partner? Wait, you know what a good partner is? Somebody that jump humps for you. That's a good partner.
Oh my God. I can't.
Today's show is fucking ridiculous.
It is.
Listen, after last week's show, everybody's going to be like on the edge of their fucking seat, and then they're going to tune into this one and be like, what the fuck? There's a gas leak in here, okay?
It's fine. It's fine.
What's partner mean?
Either a pair of people engaged together in the same activity.
Yeah.
Or member of a married couple or an established unmarried couple.
What the fuck? That's the worst definition ever.
This is the worst definition.
Come on.
I'm reading it word for word.
Let's do better. You're over there thinking about penis pouches, jump humping, and soaking.
What does partner mean in a relationship? Here?
What does it mean? Really? That's all we got.
A way of describing people who you're romantically involved with.
Oh, there you go. That's all you need. I guess a lot of people have multiple partners.
That's true.
Well, that doesn't help. But when I think of a partner, I think of somebody that's like doing it with you, man.
Yeah. It says it doesn't necessarily indicate the particular level of seriousness or commitment, like the word partner.
Yeah. I guess I'm looking more at what the act of being a partner is. You know? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is that the adjective?
I don't know. Maybe.
Moving on.
Financial insecurity.
Oh, that's a real thing for people. That's huge, huh? Do you hear that a lot in your work?
Finances come up all the time.
Seriously?
All the time. Communication, sex, and finances. Top 3.
What?
Every time.
Communication. How about finances? I just want to know what that means.
How does it come up in?
Well, I'm saying like
or on
what,
here.
Like they're insecure that somebody makes more money than them because it's a power thing, right?
Yeah.
If you have the money, you have the power.
Well, it comes up a lot. So I see a lot of couples that are at the end of their rope, right? Mm-hmm. And maybe one's a stay-at-home mom.
She's fucked.
That has a lot of insecurity.
Yeah.
She's super nervous. She can't do this on her own. What is she going to do? The husband's super nervous and also insecure because he makes more.
She's going to take most of it.
All of it.
So
how am I going to be able to live when I'm paying,
yeah,
X amount in child support or alimony? Or
and you worked all that time to build this, and
Yeah.
then you have to dismantle it, and you never get what you paid for it when you dismantle it.
No.
Right?
No, right.
Wow. That's a lot, huh?
Mm-hmm. So this comes up a lot too. I'm curious what you think, but gender roles come up with financial insecurity a lot.
Are those like dinner roles?
She makes more than me.
Oh, boys. Well, anybody, but most boys don't want their girls to make more.
No.
Wow.
No.
I could see where that would make them feel weird. Then make more money, bud. But if you have a successful woman that's making more money than you, and she likes you,
right?
Because she calls you back, she likes you, and she touches you where you pee, she likes you, right?
Yeah. And I think it's hard. Andrew and I have talked about this because he'll have people like, she's my sugar mama. She's the breadwinner. She makes more money.
Right.
And sometimes he'll say, does that bother you that you make more money? I'm like, no, I worked really fucking hard to get here. Like,
I mean, from a man's perspective,
I'm sure it's hard to.
I don't know. I mean, we've talked about this before, but like in the same breath, I don't think it really fazed me too much one way or the other. Now, I would say, if you had a distinctive lifestyle difference,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, you're going to Milan for the weekend on a private jet, that's probably next level shit.
Yeah.
That's not within your normal range of, probably what we're talking about. But even then, I mean, Julia Roberts met a guy that worked on set and married him and had a bunch of babies and still with him.
Right.
Obviously, their pay is a little different.
A little different. Probably doesn't keep her up at night.
No. I don't know.
No. This is coming up now, though, because of the holidays.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
For like buying gifts and things like that?
Let's not do presents. Let's just not do presents.
Because they don't want to
Let's put a cap on it.
Oh,
Let's
God.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Because they feel some type of way about and some people aren't good gift givers.
You know what the good gift that people should give this season? The gift of soaking.
Jump humping.
Jump humping. Jump hump for your friend. That's the best gift you can give.
Put a coupon in their Christmas card for jump humping.
Oh, man, that'd be a good friend. That is a good friend. Mike's talking. Hold on. Oh, because whoever makes Mike... Yeah. So Mike is in our ear saying that he, the breadwinner calls the shots. So but that's everything. I'm paying for the trip. I'm telling you where to go because we were raised like that. Well, think about it. Here we go, unraveling it. Mm-hmm. Our parents teach us from the get go. I'm paying for this. You're going to do what I tell you to do.
Yeah.
Right.
That's fair.
So it has been ingrained in us.
Well, shit, I don't say that to my kids, but I say that to my kids. Like, I bought that. Like, this is my house.
It's the same thing.
This is my car.
It's
this is
the same thing.
like, yeah.
We're fucking them up. Wow. Where else would it come from?
No, yeah, we're teaching that purchase is power.
Think your boss.
I paid for it.
He owns that fleet.
Right.
Don't fuck up his fleet.
Right.
We have been taught this since we were children. Holy shit. Breaking news. Our parents fucked us up.
No. Dum.
Yeah, no shit.
But yeah,
all right,
I would say financial insecurity, there is a large...
So how do you tell people to work through that? Yeah. Get over it.
Trust who you're with. If they say it doesn't bother them, it doesn't bother them.
A lot of people do use money as a way to hold people back and hold down. That's rude and gross. Mm-hmm. I paid for this and I paid for that and I paid for this and I paid for that. But we were taught that by our parents, right? Mm-hmm. I did all this. I bought this, and this, and it's like, no shit.
Yeah.
And
if we were to split up right now, he'd have nothing. He'd have half.
I say,
just for the record,
you're fucking a guy who don't get paid for his own shit,
right?
Ooh, I mean, come on.
But I think they feel good about that. But this is talking about like the person who's
the other side.
The other side.
Yeah, but it comes from someone abusing that power, which starts with our parents.
Right.
I mean,
lesser than because you make more.
Right.
Or because you have family who has more.
Ooh, that's a whole nother thing, huh? I like when people get mad. They're like, well, they're just silver spoon, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, so their family did well and was able to hold on to wealth and you're pissed off at them because they make their kids' life easier?
Right, man.
Why?
Well, he can just call his mom and she'll,
That's awesome.
When we split, I know he'll be fine because his parents will just buy him a new house.
Do you want him to suffer? Think about that. When you have people say that they want other people to suffer, do you go, so you're telling me, I do it all the time. When they'll say shit like that, I go, so you want someone to suffer. Do you realize other than a raper or a murderer, why would you want someone else to suffer? Just say that out loud.
Right.
Why would you ever want someone else to suffer? What does that say about you?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty fucking shitty thing to say about someone.
That's true. And you know who they are? Like their
Most
kids'
people,
parents. That's what they're saying. I want my ex-husband or my ex-wife
to suffer.
The parent of my child.
Or somebody that I love to suffer.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Do you find that odd?
I find it diagnosable.
That's not soakable.
Not soakable. I will not jump hump for those people.
Nope.
Professional insecurity. These are the last couple that I said are kind of like lighter. Mm-hmm. Professional insecurity.
Ooh, let's talk about that.
I hear that a lot, actually, with couples, relationships.
Like
where,
the success of another person?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's similar to like the physical thing that you just mentioned, right? Where you're working out and like, why are you working out? Because now I feel like I have to work out, or like you're going to get more attention. Like it makes people insecure. Professional, I actually hear quite a bit currently. She's in school, she's going to graduate, she's going to get a better job, and then she's going to leave.
Yeah.
I've been working my ass off to put her through school or to hold it down while she's in school.
Right.
And I know she's just bettering herself until she's done. Like, she has a really good job now. Now she makes more money. Or now he makes more money. He finally finished, nursing school or whatever. And now he's going to go. And I haven't done anything to better myself because I've been holding it down while he's in school.
Right.
And he's not going to return the favor because the whole house fell apart.
Yeah, professional insecurities, that's a huge struggle. of your worth with someone else. That's got to be hard. I think people get frustrated when they're with somebody who has a plan, who like, you know what you want to do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah,
All
since
the
I was
time.
5.
I hear that all the time.
You have it all figured out. And I'm like, oh, I mean, that's kind of how you get things. You got to kind of like stay the course. You can change.
Yeah.
That's why we don't have our first car. You know, we don't have our first car. We're allowed to change our minds on things.
Don't have my first house. Don't have my first husband. You know what I'm like? But like, then change.
Yes.
Find the motivation and
it.
do what you right.
Or accept it.
And cross your fingers that your wife doesn't leave you after nursing school.
Oh,
Like, I don't know.
that's true. You know what though? What would be the chance that you get with the person that jump hump for your dude? You know, like if you were the girl and your dude was just laying there, and his buddy, because he already saw you naked, huh? I was thinking about that too. Like, how do you work that out if you don't want to go to hell? We need a Mormon person on here.
I know one.
You really do?
I do.
Man.
I don't know if he'll come on here.
Why? Because he'll go to hell.
I don't know that he'll talk about
He's
it.
got 7 wives. He's too busy.
I think he only has
How many husbands do you think you could have? Oh, they only have one, huh? I guess.
What? The women only have one husband. Yeah.
Yeah. How many husbands do you think you could have at one time?
How many could I lock down, or how many could I manage?
Yes. Let's do both.
One.
One. You act like your husband keeps you up at night. Come on. So, how many do you think it's easier for a man to have multiple wives?
No. I don't know. I don't understand this whole concept.
No?
No. They must just have to be like really healthy, independent people. Because if you have 7 insecure women for wives,
One of each of those?
that sounds awful. If I had 4 healthy, positive, independent men, sign me up. Sounds great. You take the bathroom, you take the garage,
Fuck.
you take the
It's not a cleaning team. What the fuck?
You're my sensitive one. You're
'Cause
my
you're
hot
tired
one.
of all the
Your
soaking.
girl, listen.
I've been soaked to death, ladies and gentlemen. I can barely feel my legs. Do you think what if you were soaking and you had motion sickness? That'd suck, huh? If you had a jump humper or a hump jumper, whatever. You know what I mean? Because like if you had motion sickness and like, first off, if you had motion sickness and you were getting soaked, you'd be like, this is the best ever because it's not like this, right?
Well,
And then
I
his
just have
buddy
so many
comes in and jumps on
questions.
the bed and you're like, no. And his buddy's like, yes. And she's like, no, I'm getting sick.
I just want to know the dialogue. I have so many questions.
Oof.
Like if you're jumping,
Yeah.
are they saying like, don't jump down, come up here and jump. Come over
Like
here
a
and
bossy
jump.
sex person?
Right. Like shake it. Don't shake it this way.
Like in the middle.
Shake like this way.
Don't you think like if the bodies were
Go
here?
get Tommy too and have
Whoa.
him shake this way while they
Why
shake
you got to bring
this.
me into this shit? You're already making it extra. No wonder you need 4 husbands. Jesus Christ.
I need one on each bedpost.
Foreplay. 4 guys. 4 jump uppers. Holy shit. Soaking.
Insecurity over basic needs. I thought this one was interesting.
What's that mean?
If you're not good at taking care of yourself,
Meaning?
you don't eat, you don't wash, you don't.
And you're in a relationship?
I knew you were gonna.
No offense. Take your dirty ass somewhere else.
But-
nasty. You're nasty.
So I was judgy when I first read this. I apologize, but now I'm trying not to be. I'm thinking
She's ratting on herself.
I was like, how in the you're grown,
fuck?
right? So dating, I guess I would think. So if you go to, as a girl, I have told my girls, like, you cannot be in a committed relationship with this man until you stay there. You're gonna have to go over there.
You told me,
You
go
have to
through the
look at
trash, look in the refrigerator.
Refrigerator is my number one.
Really?
Everybody can clean it. Everybody will clean up their bathroom or like pick up their shit. Nobody's cleaning out their refrigerator because they're
What
having
if their
company.
freezer isn't defrosted properly? Half a point.
Half a point. Half a point. My freezer in the garage isn't defrosted properly, and it
Then
bugs.
how do you fit all your ice packs to handle the after soak?
Well, we have a lot of children. So.
In the freezer? Jesus Christ, Kelly. Call 234.
No, but like I keep waiting to defrost it, and I keep like moving everything.
Yeah, but then
then
all
we
those
get more
kits is hard.
food, and I know they're in like never mind on the bags and the boxes.
All right, defrost your shit. Okay.
Right. But no, so if you don't take good care, my husband.
Yeah.
We just met him.
Yeah, we did.
He came to my house when we started dating. I cleaned. You know what? Like.
Yeah.
He told me later, he's like, I came home and was like, I can't fuck with her.
No way.
Yeah. He was like, your house was a home. My house
was some
damn
fucking
near
milk
had like
crates
lawn furniture
and some
in the
sheets on the
living room.
fucking windows.
Right.
Did he have curtains?
Yes.
You think they're left over from the previous
They were,
person?
I asked.
Shut the fuck up.
So was anyway.
I just got new drapes. I did.
Yeah.
They look nice.
They're so expensive.
Yeah, I know
Why
somebody
are
who
they-
makes them, by the way. So if you need some, I got somebody who makes really, really nice ones. She's lovely.
Yeah. That's one thing that's like obnoxiously expensive for no reason. Like, why are curtains so...
Because it's quality fabric.
Jesus.
I know we're off on a fucking tangent now, but it is quality fabric. It's not your normal fabric.
I
Like, you're not making
I
drapes
know.
of cotton.
I know.
They have to be flame retardant.
So back to the point.
Why do I know so much about fucking drapes?
I don't know.
Autism. It just doesn't make you weird.
It makes you hyperfixate and learn a lot of shit about something nobody cares about. But he felt insecure, right? Because like that goes to financial insecurity. He made more money than I did at the time.
Right.
But he was like,
Buy some curtains,
your
motherfucker.
right, your house was like a whole home. He felt very insecure about the cleanliness of his home. And his house wasn't gross, but it wasn't
Proper.
right. So I
So
think
wouldn't that inspire you?
that
Would inspire the shit out of me.
well, I know people who stay over at each other's houses and dating. I've heard all these stories, right? I'm sure you might have too. Where they're
Yep.
like, everything was going good until we went to bed and he didn't brush his teeth. And I'm like, oh. And they're like, And they'll be like, I didn't brush my teeth because I didn't bring my toothbrush, right? But like,
Well, it depends
why
on the
didn't
situation.
you brush
if
your
you go down
teeth
in your room to watch some Netflix,
and fall asleep?
that's different.
No. They were like going to bed.
Like to sleep
Yes.
or soak.
No, to sleep.
Okay.
I'm using the bathroom. You're using the bathroom, brushing our teeth. You know, like,
Yeah, I brush my teeth
get
all
it.
the time.
Yeah. Didn't brush their teeth. And they're like,
Deal breaker, huh? She's like, I still blew him, but
right.
it was just weird.
But those are
I
basic
put his dick in my
needs.
mouth,
Yeah.
but it was just weird that he didn't brush his teeth.
Right. I don't have, or my teeth hygiene is bad, or I'm not, like, I can't. I'm not
I gotcha.
eating, whatever.
What else have you heard that freaked people out? General cleanliness. You know what's funny? Most of them just roll with it. Like it's going to get better. The one girl said his sheets were black. And I was like, you had a child with this man. What?
Ooh, men who don't have sheets on their bed. It's a deal breaker.
What if they had rubber sheets? No.
I'm going to assume that's usually a deal breaker.
What if
maybe they're into it. I don't know.
What if they wore sheets? I'm just kidding. Another deal breaker. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah.
So wait, I could imagine, and you get to a certain age. When you're young, you don't give two shits because you don't know any better.
No.
Okay.
You show
But
up
when
and your
you're
mattress
grown,
is on the floor. And
if
you're
you're
like,
over
yeah.
30 and then over 40, give me a fucking break.
If you don't have a
Get-
bed frame, if you don't have sheets on your bed, if you don't
Sheets.
have sheets.
Sheets. People don't have sheets on their bed.
People don't have sheets on their bed, Thomas. It's rough out there.
Listen, if somebody doesn't have sheets on their bed, Maybe they shouldn't be dating. No sheets on their bed?
No sheets on their bed.
What about hand towels?
Oh, lots of people don't have hand towels. Lots of men don't have hand towels.
Bullshit.
It's true.
No, I don't believe you.
It is true.
What do they wipe their hands on?
Their normal towels.
Do you think they even wash their hands?
No.
Because of my business,
Well,
I wash my hands a lot.
right.
Can we just start some classes down at the Learning Annex? I mean, like, seriously, dude.
Adulting.
Listen,
101.
but there's plenty of good guys. Hey, I moved Mike into his house when he moved back from Denver. His house is proper as shit.
Who taught him what a proper house was?
I don't know. Michael, who taught you what a good house was? All those boys have good houses. I've been in all of them.
How did they know?
Well, I mean...
But, like, and, like, I argued. I got in a conversation with my son the other day because we are taught that. We are taught, go put these towels away. Go put these, like, go down there and grab this and do this and whatever. Not all little boys are taught that.
Really?
Really.
You gotta have that stuff.
Well, because the moms do it.
Or your
and like
aunt
this is very,
or your somebody.
No, nobody teaches them. They have to be observant and like take it with them. And then they don't.
Like my dad's house was always like when he was single for a while, it was always nice.
Right.
I don't know.
He had standards of his own, I suppose. It was like, you know what? He washed his hands the one time and then he was like, I guess I need hand towels.
Yeah.
But I've been to houses where they don't have hand soap.
What?
There's no hand soap.
There's no soap?
There's no hand soap.
There's no soap at all? Not even a bar of soap?
No.
Because some old school dudes just have a bar of soap. Like, there's some soap.
Sometimes there's a
Your
bar.
hands are dirty, use that damn soap.
Right.
And that's fine.
In the dusty soap dish.
And that's fine. That's better than no soap.
I've been to houses with no soap.
Would you rather have a bar of soap and a towel or no soap and no towel?
Like hand sanitizer.
Oh, Jesus
Just
Christ.
give me hand sanitizer, if nothing else. Jesus. How do you feel about Kleenex? Lots of people don't have Kleenex in
I
their
have
house.
Kleenex everywhere.
Some people don't have Kleenex.
I have to have it because so many
Toilet
people
paper.
cry in my tattoo shop. I have a box of Kleenex there for them. And if they're crying a lot, I give them a paper towel. Like if they're real messy.
You just prick a roll of toilet paper. Here you go.
So that's what people use instead of Kleenex? Do you find that weird?
We often didn't have Kleenex growing up. That's probably we did like during cold season or like in the winter,
That's
but
different.
like
If
other
you're
times
sick,
I'm like, do we
no.
have tissues?
Kleenex,
And we're like,
man.
no.
I'm into it. I'm into Kleenex.
I sometimes have Kleenex at my house. I
Yeah.
went a long
How old's
time
your
with no
boy? How old's your youngest boy?
7,
Yeah, how old's your oldest boy?
16.
I bet you went through some Kleenex at your house.
Stop it.
No.
They just soak themselves.
Oh my God. Jesus. Did you have to have that conversation with your oldest boy?
No, not my oldest. I had it with my 12-year-old.
Really?
Yeah.
I
didn't tell
I
you
didn't
about
have to
that?
have these conversations with my daughters because they
No?
had mamas.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? I was lucky.
No.
I got away with that one.
I told him, I was like, I'm glad you feel comfortable talking to me about this. His response was, I wouldn't use the word comfortable. I was like, I'm glad you're willing to talk to me about this. It was a really good
That was
conversation.
nice.
I know. All right.
He's like, fuck your comfort. This shit is garbage.
Last one.
Oh no.
Social insecurity.
Thomas
Last
insecurity.
one, Thomas insecurity.
Social insecurity.
Thomas Walling. Right.
Let's hear that one.
This type of insecurity in a relationship isn't just about how rich you may appear as individual or to other individuals. That's part of it. It's more about how you appear as a couple. Mismatch.
That's really, dude. That's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
You ever been shocked when you see a couple?
All the time. We've had this conversation.
Yeah, I know. Well,
all the time.
We sometimes have to have these conversations
know.
twice.
I know. Well, we have a lot of conversations off camera.
You do.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
I've seen
sometimes I see
couples.
couples and I'm like, huh. The first thought that I was like, how's that work?
Really?
All the
like
time.
mathematically?
All the
Like,
time.
does he need a ladder? What's going on
All
here?
the time. My husband makes fun of me. He was like, I think you're the only person that looks at couples and is like, what's their sex life like?
Jesus, I don't do that.
I do.
You're a
I don't like
creep. You're a
picture it, but
freak.
it's like one of the things that pops
Kelly's
into
a
my
freak.
head that I'm like, just how?
I'm amazed sometimes, like at what personality.
How much weight that carries?
I don't care how big the person is,
No,
Kelly.
the
Jeez, that's rude.
Personality.
Just kidding. She didn't mean that.
I didn't.
Yeah, like one person's super outgoing and the other person's
Yeah.
super fucking mean or uptight, or
Yeah.
like, and you're like, how the fuck's that? Mm-hmm. That I love when I see two couples laughing and roasting each other, and like that to me, those are the couples I like.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Or the one that's like very particular and the other one's a very good caregiver. I like those. Those look very sweet. That fits me a little bit more. I dig that one. What else? But yeah, it is a little bit how some people are as well with social media. Well, they were doing it before. They've always done it.
What? Judged?
Well, no, in particular, how your relationship is perceived. Even when we were growing up, our aunts and them would send pictures from Olin Mills and shit like that, and how it was perceived.
Yeah.
You know, and that it goes a long way. I could see where that really stresses people out because it's a currency. That's what makes you look successful as a company. You know, like
Status, I guess.
well, it's your brand.
Well, right.
I mean, think about it. If you had a football team and you wanted everybody to look good because you wanted to be presented as a good brand,
Right.
that's what you have to go through. And I would imagine a little bit of that is okay.
Yeah.
A little, that's pride.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like it's similar to stress. There's healthy stress, and then
Yes.
there's like toxic stress. There's
You could be prideful.
insecurity that motivates pride and confidence, and like,
Well, if you're insecure about your place in that relationship and you're with somebody that dazzled the room and everybody loved, excuse me, I would imagine you would be like, man, they probably don't even think I deserve to be with this person, or why am I even fucking with that person?
yeah,
I've always taken that if somebody wants to be around me, I kind of am just like, I'm in it. Like, no, I'm in, that gate's open.
right.
I don't need
They
to.
invited me. Right, go.
Yes.
I'm their date.
I'm very lucky that my brain works that way.
You are very
Because
lucky
that would be
your brain works that
miserable.
way.
That would be super miserable. I feel bad for people like that. Like you have someone going, no, you're my person. And they're still like, well, I mean, but I don't.
Why? Why did you pick me?
Why? But you're in it. How can you be in it? It's like going to the ball pit at a fucking playground and you're like, oh, I don't deserve to be in here and I'm in here.
Yeah.
You put you're in there.
Right.
Just fucking enjoy it.
Well, and this is another one that's coming up with the season.
Like if you're soaking, you don't think like, why am I soaking?
Why did
Do
you
I
pick
deserve
me?
to soak? No, you're just soaking.
Yeah, you're just soaking.
Just soaking.
Meeting family for the holidays. This
Oh.
is coming up.
It's coming.
Like
Like a good Mormon.
I'm not a good conversationalist. I'm not like
Oh, yeah. I
what
just
do you
had a
want me to
conversation
wear?
with somebody about that they are more worried about how they are going to feel at a wedding or a reception, and it really, affected them. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
or they're a picky eater, and they're like, listen, I
can
don't know
only
about
eat certain
your-
things. I can only eat certain things, and I don't give a fuck.
no,
No, I just don't eat. Listen, I'm grown, and if you want to, everybody's like, I'm fucking grown. I didn't fucking act grown.
right,
But when I say I'm grown, I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying if I don't want to eat, I'm not going to have this long, drawn-out conversation. I will pull you aside and go, hey, quit making this weird.
I'm not eating that.
Okay?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
but like if I brought you home to my grandma's house,
to your husband?
no, but
Be
like
very odd. Like, Thomas, why are you here? I'm like, just gonna eat some
it's
food.
just invited your family now. And
Yeah, we're good. Playing with the dogs.
But like my brother had this because he was dating a girl that was like an extremely picky eater. And at my dad's house, we were like, you eat what's on the table. Like,
Yeah, I get it. I was raised that way.
right. Like eat something.
Yeah.
And
But I don't live
felt
with it
very
anymore.
Right. She felt very pressured and uncomfortable. And my brother was uncomfortable. And we all were kind of like, okay, but like seriously fucking eat it. Like something. You can't like walk through the line and like put chips on your plate. Like you
The
got to
fuck
eat.
you can't.
I know.
The fuck you can't. I'll just drink coffee all night and look at you motherfuckers eating and be like, what?
But
I'm grown. I can fucking eat. Look, you can go 3 days without fucking eating. Fuck off. Fuck off.
It's rude.
It's not rude.
It is rude.
It's not rude. Now listen, if you said, Thomas, would you like to come over for pork chops? I heard you love pork chops.
Yeah.
And I went over there and I didn't eat your pork chops. That's fucking rude. But just because I'm with someone that you've been able to mentally fuck with their whole lives doesn't mean that I have to adhere to that. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, every time after Thanksgiving, we get into a fucking slapping contest. That's just what we do. We've been doing it for 30 fucking years. I don't want to do that. No, you're rude. The fuck, dude? That's what we do here. No, listen.
Very specifically with eating.
Fuck off with that.
Fuck
off with that. Quit making people eat shit they don't want to fucking eat. You assholes.
It's true.
Fucking garbage.
Have you never been to you've never witnessed that? Or you have?
Yes, that's why I'm so fucking angry.
I was like, you are so...
Listen, one time I was sitting there and I don't like sweet potatoes. I didn't like them when I was little, but as an adult, I try things because I'm like, hey, I didn't like them you know what I mean?
Right.
Other than with Priest, like you don't have to try it again when you're older. You probably didn't like it still. So what I'm saying is I was at a function with a girl I was dating and I put some on my plate. I was like, I don't like them. Okay. And she goes, try those. I was like, I don't like them. I tried them. I don't like. She's like, well, try blah, blah. And her mom goes, leave him alone. He doesn't like them. He doesn't have to eat them. Right. And I was like, thank you.
My lady.
Right. So sweet. You know what I mean? Because she was like, I don't like them either. And I've tried them every way. I still don't like them. So I just don't like them.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't like Brussels sprouts until I ate little ones.
I love Brussels.
Okay, but you ever get the little? Those are the best ones.
They're fantastic.
These ones, too much.
Too much.
Right?
Too much leafy stuff.
This one,
They get fluffy.
perfect. But I'll try stuff now as an adult.
Yeah.
But I don't like when people force people to do things they don't want to do. It's very rude. You know, it's rude not to eat. Listen, no, not at a family thing.
Yeah.
Fuck off with it, man.
Yeah.
You're mad if somebody eats too much, and you're mad if they don't eat enough. Let me know what the perfect amount is, you psycho fucking control freak.
Right.
Like, fuck off with that.
Right.
People struggle enough with what they fucking eat.
Yeah.
You don't need to help them along with it, with your weird shit. Well, we eat whatever's on our plate. Well, who's making my fucking plate?
Right.
Can I make my plate? Because I'm going to put some potato chips on it, you dumb fuck. Leave me alone.
Right.
I'll make a scene. I'm done with that shit, dude. Because I've had people like, well, they didn't eat all their food. Okay. Well, I don't care.
Right.
I don't. Now, listen, if you order 5 fucking different things and you don't eat, yes, it's a little rude when I'm paying the bill.
Right.
If you're paying the bill, do whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't care if it goes in the trash or out your ass. I don't fucking care.
Right.
Don't care. Fuckers. Leave her alone. She's probably a nice girl and insecure as shit, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
About that.
Is she still in the family?
Yeah.
Oh, does she eat more now?
No.
Then leave. Yeah, that's how right?
Just
She's like, fuck y'all's food, you weirdos.
No, my mom is a picky eater.
Is she?
Yeah. So my mom gets it and makes food that she knows that she'll eat.
Well, my daughter's vegetarian her whole almost her whole life. You know, I'd make her special stuff, and I had people be weird about it.
Yeah.
Dude, I heard a story about her stepdad doing some weird shit about her not eating, and when I found out years later, I was so fucking mad, and I was like, "Why didn't you call me?" I wasn't allowed to call you. I was like, There's very few times in my life.
Layers to that.
I'm not joking, but there's very few times in my life where the fucking straight up devil wants to fucking come out of me, and that was one of them where I was like this. Everything in me to bite my tongue and just go, it's a long time ago, Thomas.
Right, yeah.
It's a long time ago. Don't go murdering motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Because I'm just like, first off,
she's always allowed to call me.
make my fucking kid fucking eat some shit she don't want to eat.
Right.
I'm gonna fucking burn down the earth for her. Oh my God. I don't even want to go through it. I was so fucking mad. Because it was like, what the fuck?
Right. She don't want to.
She doesn't eat that.
I was going to say, well, and that's like a
It's a whole
belief
nother
or a
level.
value or something. Like,
And dude, I don't have to understand it. I don't. And she wasn't a dick about it.
Right.
So that's the benefit of
she's
it
like,
too.
I don't eat meat.
Oh, I mean, but like,
Yeah.
we're talking deep years into it.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It's not like you just sprung it on them after mom just made this like dope meal that you've ate 400 times.
Right, right.
And this is years into it. I was so fucking mad. But it was years after, you know, and I was like, Don't get this twisted. If she would have called me, I go put him on the phone. You got 2 choices. That's it, man. And one of them's not going to be fucking good. Oof.
Well, so.
Nonviolent.
Social insecurity.
Oh.
That's the last one. That's what we've been talking about.
It's yeah.
I'm a picky eater. I don't drink. I don't play cards. Like, I know a lot of people that they're like, his family plays board games and drinking games, and they're really like loud and, and they're not that way. And so they're nervous. They're insecure to go because they're like, I'm not funny. I don't really play games. I don't they're insecure about it. And they're like, maybe they're introverted. And they're like, I would much rather go to my mom's house where nobody talks and we all just sit there like sipping tea.
I would imagine, because, let's be honest, though. What other situation do you put yourself in that you don't want to be in other than with your in-laws or family?
That's it.
That's it. And I think people might want to take a little step back and look at how you make people feel in your home. I'm very lucky that my friends and family make people feel very, very welcome. Yeah. And they ask them a lot of questions like, what do you do? And like, where'd you grow up? And, blah, 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 blah. Right. So we know where to hunt you, and find your family and make them all pay for your wrongdoing. Right. But that's more of a background
But that
search.
could make people uncomfortable. Like, stop talk. I don't want to,
if you're that fucking weird, not to be a dick, just stay your fucking weird ass home. Like, seriously.
I get it.
Because you're making it fucking weird on people, too. If everybody's walking on eggshells because you're being a little weird ass, that's fucking just as bad, dummy. You know what I mean? Like,
maybe they're having a bad day.
Then stay the fuck home and quit making your mate go places when they're having a bad fucking day.
I was going to say that, too.
Well, a real couple would want to go back and make it.
No, I told you.
Fuck that.
My husband and I have a rule. If I say I don't want to go, I'll go to anything. If it's important, right? If it's important to you, I'll go. But if I say, hey, if it's on the table for me to take it, take a day, today would be the day. I don't. If you need me to go, fine.
I have a boy in my family, and his wife, her family is very big. Mm-hmm. They're very loving. They love spending time together. They're very close. Yeah. He does not come from a situation like that, and he's like, it's just a lot. I go drive separate.
Right.
Drive separate and stay, eat their food, be nice, and go, hey, I got some stuff I got to get done.
Right.
And go, love you guys. I'll see you later. No one will be mad at you. And if they are, fuck them. That's their shit.
Right.
Nobody should be mad because somebody leaves after an hour and a half or 2 hours. Right. Like, honestly.
You showed your face. You ate their
food. Dude, I leave when I want to leave. I don't care. I don't.
Last episode before that. You're like,
I will leave.
I'm done.
You have to, man. You got to advocate for yourself first.
Yeah. Before
you're relying on somebody else to advocate for you.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's
it.
That's it.
So if you have some insecurities, you got to first recognize it and really just break it down to the molecule and realize where it's coming from. And understand that it's pretty common. It's very common. I don't know anybody who doesn't have insecurity about something. You know, and most of it, we just hide it better. I'm probably better at hiding it. There's things I don't think I'm good at.
Right.
Yeah. And, I don't know. I'm blessed that I don't give 2 fucks about a lot of things. Seriously. And then I give way too many fucks about other things. But I give fucks about things I can really control. Yeah. Not control, but I can work on. I don't like to work control, but... I want to make sure things are nice for my people, So like and subscribe on this. Justin said I should give a fuck about that. Like and subscribe. It's below here somewhere if you're watching on YouTube. If it's somewhere else, you can still add it to your thing and all that happy horse shit. If you get anything from this podcast, send it to someone else, man, that you think might need it. Because I've had a lot of people say that it's really, and that's the only reason we do this. I don't know if you notice this, but we're not doing this to be famous, and we're not doing this. We're doing it because, this is what we do, and we think we give some sort of value. And the response I've gotten from a lot of people has really been super positive, and I thank you guys for that. And the other people, you guys can kind of fuck off. And Just kidding. So listen, it's the end of the show. If you're curious about soaking, go to soaking.com. You can find out more things about it. You can go to Utah. I'm sure there's a lot more soak shops and things like that. I'm sure. What?
Soak shops?
Dude, I don't know. But I know this. Do you think it would be better to like have a jump humper on like would the bed really matter? Like, would you want one of those adjustable beds? Like, you wouldn't want to do it on your grandma's adjustable bed because that would probably like it would be a while, right? Yeah. Memory foam would be fucking might twist an ankle. You might
That's
fucking Nick Chubb the fuck out of your
yeah.
How many fucking workman comps claims from being a
God.
jump humper? I have so many questions.
Do you know how
can we do this show from Salt Lake City?
Now because you fell on them too
and
hard,
their hips moved an inch,
and you thrusted right in next to him, and now you're both going down.
Do you think they like? How do you measure the amount of thrusting? Because God knows. God's got a micrometer.
Well, he's
got
omnipotent.
Different speeds. Dude, would you have them like... Dude, we should sell a Dance Dance Revolution fucking bed for fucking Mormon kids. You guys have a great week. Like and subscribe. We'll see you next week. Be nice to each other, you fuckers. Quit making people eat shit they don't want to fucking eat, you assholes. Ever. And don't let anybody around you do that shit to them. Go calm the fuck down. You motherfuckers. Dark Sunday.
Sunny Sunday.
Fuck too. Dark Sunday. And we're out.